Let's get started.
Here we go. Now let's get it all in perspective. We did it like that, and now we do it like this.
Do not attempt to adjust your dial. I'm transmitting live. Yo,
Let's get down to business.
Now let's get it all in perspective. We did it like that, and now we do it like this.
All right.
for the underground world, every street and borough.
You may learn something.
Experience.
You are now listening to the Joe Rogan Experience with Chico, Simon, Kamar, and your host, Matt Floyd.
Welcome to the Joe Rogan Experience. My name is Matt Floyd, joined as always by Kamar
Welcome to the party.
and Simon.
Hello.
What we do here is very simple. The three of us have listened to every episode of the Joe Rogan Experience this week. We are going to rate each episode as well as the week on a scale of 1 to 5 Jamie Vernons. We're then going to talk about each guest, the talking points, give our opinions, this, that, and the next. But first, Kamar is going to read over some new patrons.
Fuck yeah, I am. Welcome to the show, guys. Thank you, new listeners and old listeners alike. This is my favorite part of the week where I read off the Patreons. And for the Patreon, you get the Post Joe, the most fun Patreon show in the world. This week, I want to give a big shout out to Tom Shalamish.
You think you hit that one?
No, I don't.
It sounded like the way I signed my name, A-N blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
I now think it might be Tom Calamish.
Okay. Well, either way, Tom,
Tom, what's up, man?
shout outs to you.
Why did I fuck up the Tom?
Maybe.
Yeah, thank you, Tom, and thank you to all the Patreons,
That was it?
new and old. Well, I think we got Mason Mayhew on the last one, but we'll give him another shout out.
What
I
up,
thought there was a
Mason?
different
What
one.
up,
It wasn't
Mason?
that one. Okay. Anyway, I could be wrong. If
I
we
love
missed
you
you,
all, Patreons.
if we missed you, you know who to blame.
Kamar.
Kamar, how was your week?
Oh, it was very interesting. Had the week off from painting because there's some other jobs being done in the site, so we didn't want to be there. And
So you just had the week off?
well, and then out of nowhere, I picked up a corporate gig on Friday, and then the host who was supposed to be here this week, his mother fell ill. Lucky for me.
Unlucky for her.
Unlucky for her, and so he couldn't make it. So I got the been doing shows all week.
Nice. Shout out to that guy's sick mom.
Sick mom put it up, and it was really eye opening. Though I did the corporate with a couple of guys, and I was really shocked at how much he's making. Corporate, like we hear them talk about it, you know what I mean? And it's like you think like, well, you just do. It's different, but the money's even at this level is ridiculous.
Kamar, I can tell you from bartending that corporate gigs are insane.
It's really insane. And you would need maybe a corporate a month.
Dude,
to
I
make
was
a
working
living.
I was working at the Amsterdam Brew House in Toronto, and I showed up for a shift one night, and there was no one in the place, and this place sat like 1,200. I was like, what's going on? They're like, oh, we have a corporate gig tonight, so it's just going to be tickets. No one's going to tip. It's all gratuity, so just, serve drinks. I was like, great, this is so easy. Dude, I walk in 2 days later, they handed me an envelope with $700 in it.
Because
And there
it
was like 9 staff.
because it was like from an organization. It's
Yeah,
not
they're
coming
like,
out of
oh, yeah,
anyone's actual
that's it,
pocket.
yeah.
Well, that's it.
It was nuts. Fucking bananas. So yeah, I can imagine that even in comedy, those corporate gigs.
Well, it made me think that I want to pursue it more, but it's just soul sucking.
Yeah, but
think
you're
they're,
clean anyway. You try to maintain cleanliness, so it's
Yeah,
perfect.
you
for
have to be clean to do it, but it's just not. It's just not the same as.
But we dispelled that myth a long time ago. Kamara is not clean.
Clean enough. Like, it was funny. For this one, it was for the military, and they're like, no politics and no misconduct talk. You can't talk about this stuff. Well, because there's been a lot of that been going on in the news.
They don't want the military being
They don't want you to
mentioned.
shit on that. And I mean, I don't have any
But they
material,
don't care whether you swear. They don't care whether you're talking about,
Well, I didn't.
sodomy
I
and
didn't
shit.
swear. Like I did 10 minutes, brought up a guy. Did another 10 minutes, brought up a guy. The first 10 minutes, I didn't swear. Kept it clean, and he went up and started talking about sucking dicks in bathrooms and stuff, and they were just dying. And like, okay, well,
Read the room.
not
Kamara.
read
Yeah.
the room exactly, but. And it's just super fun, but it's super sterile and it's just weird. It's not as fun as the club.
Well, and some of the ones that the guys describe are like 10 dudes. That would be weird. You at a table
It's
with 10
it's
guys.
totally weird. I mean, as long as the money's there, you do it.
This one was 10 guys.
No, there's probably like 50 people there.
Be weird if you ended up at like some weird fucking rich person.
Which has happened. I think I learned an important lesson that night. Because I ran into a comic who was there, and he was like, so how'd it go? Going to the guy's house, and I told him it was a complete disaster. He was like, yeah, No shit. Like it never works. The magic is at the show, and every step away you leave there, you just become an ordinary dude. You have the shine just fades.
Or you get indoctrinated into some. Is that the fucking word?
Indoctrinated?
Weird club.
Well, first of all, if you're
That would've been cool.
if you're doing it for like a billionaire fucking like Chris Stefano, that's a terrible place to do it because
you're set up to fail.
well, the audience, like, there's like an agreement amongst the audience, right? That like we're all in this together, so we're not going to talk like during the show. Whereas if you know it's 5 guys that have all paid for the show themselves, they can chirp, they can do what the fuck they want.
They own you.
Yeah, and you have no recourse to be like, guys, you mind? I'm trying, like, you know what I mean? If you're in a club and there's one table that's being ridiculous, you could dress them down. There's a million ways you could deal with that.
But what's weird about in the club is they think, like, a guy asked me last night about making money, and people think you make a lot more than you do, especially in the clubs. And I think it's not retarded, but like it's been held back. Like it should be more. You know what I mean?
The pay?
Inflation, everything. Like it's not.
But then you look at like the Comedy Store. They make like $50, and those are paid regulars at the Comedy Store. Like I don't think the money is in working at the clubs. The money is in
Working at the clubs.
putting on your show. Well, I don't know. I guess
I'd love
you have to work at a lot of clubs.
$50 for 15 minutes. That's all right. And you have the
Yeah, I know, but
credit of the Comedy Store.
You're not doing 20, 15-minute slots a night. You know what I mean?
Well, this is the problem of the corporate route. Like if I could get 30 corporates, that could do me for the year, but it's getting those together. That's my week.
Maybe you need an agent.
Stand up. Then they get the money.
Well, but they're getting 15% of.
Yeah, but
The
come on, it's just
zero
like our
you're
ads.
making,
If
yeah.
I was out fishing
Yeah,
for our ads, we
exactly.
would get like at 1/16 the number of ads. But because we're paying someone,
Most people I talk to is 50-50. Some people do it all themselves.
I know, but
50-50.
right now you're
Holy
getting
fuck.
0. That's my point. So 50 is better.
I got
than
more than 0
zero
since I just got one. I mean, I have some
All
representation.
right, yeah. Yes.
Simon, how was your week?
Congratulations. My week was all right, Matt. I watched Ozark finally. I thought you'd like that, so we can finally talk about the ending if you wish.
I don't remember it. I don't care.
Well, it's a piece of shit ending. I can remind you. Jonah. Spoiler.
I know what
alert.
happens. Yeah,
Well, he's going to become he wants to become the Don.
Well,
now.
my theory is.
there's no need for a theory. The showrunner came out 2 days after it ended and explained everything. Like,
Oh,
laid
well,
it out.
Just tell me if I'm right.
Okay.
Does he shoot the cookie jar?
What?
Whoa.
No, I didn't hear you.
I say, does he shoot the cookie jar to get rid of the evidence?
What do you mean?
The end ends with him.
No, he
shotgun
kills the
pointed
cop.
He does kill the cop?
Yeah.
No, then it's even a worse ending than I
No,
thought.
they said the whole point was that Jonah was the last one to just kind of accept that this is who they are now. So that was like the finale was Jonah becoming.
I know, but they're out. They're
Breaking
done.
Bad.
They're legit now. There is no becoming.
No, Marty wants to become the Don.
I don't.
That
think
whole
so,
thing
man.
where he's torturing the guy and doing what happened to him, he has become what
If
he...
Marty wanted to become the Don, he would have put wheels in action to make that happen. He's a fucking real smart guy, obviously. Like I think he legitimately wanted his family out. If anything, she was trying to hold them back, but for different reasons.
Either way, it's talk for the post, Joe.
My biggest problem was they took sex out of it. I need sex.
Oh,
a little
well,
bit of sex.
You know what's interesting, and I just thought of this today. I don't think they kiss once in the whole
It's a loveless marriage.
Marty and Wendy?
It's a loveless
I don't think there
marriage.
is one kiss that you see, or I'm having a hard time remembering one. Anyways,
They hate each other.
and yeah. So Ozark. Oh, and I listened to that Lex Friedman podcast this week with
Imagine Dragons?
no, fuck no, with the guy who wrote Coddling of the American Mind.
Thomas Haas or
No, that's not
Greg
it.
Haight.
No, that's you're close.
Douglas Murray.
No,
Hate. It's hate.
Hate.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
hate,
hate.
exactly. It's a great episode.
It's not redundant. Like we haven't heard him say all the same things.
I mean, maybe you have. He lays it pretty. It's a good episode.
Get off
Everybody
social
should
media.
listen to it.
Is that the bottom line?
It's like no, he's saying that's the problem is this term social media. He's saying any model where you are the product. they just shouldn't exist. There are lots of other good things on the internet, video games, this, that, Roblox, places where people can communicate, but without it having to be, you need this video to go viral in order for you to win or whatever it is. Anyways, I won't do it justice, but definitely a good episode to listen to. And Lex, I swear to God, if that guy says one more time, I've been hanging out with millionaires or billionaires a lot. Because the whole thing was this guy came on to dispute some of the things that
Elon?
Facebook guy said.
Mark Zuckerberg.
Yeah. And he defends Elon again in this because this guy's trying to
Lay it out for
bring him
Lex that
down
this
a
guy's
peg,
not
yeah.
the guy you think he
Yeah.
is.
And Lex's argument is, no, you don't get it.
Yeah.
I know him.
Yeah, that's everyone.
And
of course.
that's a
yeah.
terrible argument,
Yeah.
you know?
But that's a weird thing when you know someone, you think it makes a difference. Like, I would know if what they're doing is bad.
No,
If
it's
you-
much harder. Listen, it's much harder to call someone out that's very close to you, especially when you might need them, when you might be in a scenario where they benefit you more than you benefit them. It's very tough to see the forest for the trees or whatever the fuck that stupid saying
And
is.
if you want to say, like, let's say Elon and Lex had grown up together,
Yeah.
and Lex was like, listen, I know this guy. Like, you know what I mean? I know him. We've spent our lives together. I would be more inclined to accept that as an argument. But they just became friends. Like,
Well, it's the same thing with Joe. I'm like, you don't know this guy from anyone else on your show. Like, there's people you bring on that you know. Elon is not one of them.
And
No,
we're sure Lex is a good guy.
I mean, I think so.
We like him, but we don't know.
I think
Listen,
he's-
even hold on. I'm sure Lex is a good guy. Just he might not make all the best decisions or hang out with all the best people, but we're all like that. No one is
I'm the best guy.
okay. No, but you know what I mean? Like no
No,
one.
no, absolutely. But if Lex is a bad guy, saying Leon's a good guy, it's like a bad endorsement.
Elon
Leon from here on.
Leon Mollusk.
we
That's
don't know.
what we're
Dude, it would be
going
really funny
I
if
know
we
we're
found
talking
out
about
his actual name was something very like plain and
with.
Herbert.
I think it is.
yeah, like
think it
Leon.
Jerry.
It's Leon.
I like Leon.
I
Yeah,
like Leon too.
Leon Muskowitz. That sounds
so he's a
about
Jew.
right. That wouldn't surprise me.
Brought him into the tribe. How's your week, Matt?
Oh, thanks for your enthusiastic asking, Kumar. I'm glad you really care. Whatever. It was another 7 days. Who the fuck cares?
Are you feeling the lack of soccer?
There's some shitty soccer going on right this second, actually.
I was playing in the Butcher. I was surprised. I thought it was all over.
Well, no, right now they're doing the dumb like UEFA Nations League. It's so fucking trash. You're never gonna.
Should have been a World Cup right now.
Wouldn't that be nice if the World Cup was on right now? That'd be fucking
It
wonderful.
would have been on in Russia right now. Is that where it was
Qatar.
slated? Oh, they just canceled it because
No, it's too hot.
No, there was no canceling it. They were like, we cannot physically have a World Cup played outdoors in the Middle East in the dead middle of summer.
Well, why the fuck would they award them the cup then?
Money, money, money,
Yeah,
money,
both
money,
of us,
money,
yeah.
money,
Cash,
I know, but
obviously.
don't they get money from anybody who hosts the cup?
Yeah, but they got the most money from them.
Oh well, that's just silly. Okay.
But yeah,
Okay.
that's the story. So it's going to be played in October and November, or like somewhere in that range
In Qatar.
in Qatar.
Which
yeah.
won't matter as much because football will be on, hockey will be on, basketball will be back. It'd really be good right now.
Yeah, it matters to the soccer players, not
Oh,
so much.
the world was
No, it matters to me. Like he's saying, football's on then, basketball's on then. There's other things to. The World Cup is great because it's in the dead center of the shittiest time for sports.
best.
Yeah, see, like that's where I'm at.
But not this year.
I feel like Joe is really coming along with soccer.
I think I said it, but I think I could see
You
him
did, yeah.
buying into a
Because
franchise.
he bought in with McConaughey. Oh, that's for sure what happens, guys. Why do you think they met at the
He
soccer?
has bought in now.
McConaughey owns that soccer team,
Austin FC,
or
does he?
a piece of it anyways, and he was getting Joe on board. I'm positive. Listen, I'm pretty good at reading these
I want to see Joe just play sports. Like, you know, the guys do their jump shots, they just throw the basketball over their head.
Yeah.
They just go like that. I think that's what Joe would do.
Like, you watched Lewis play that basketball game.
Pathetic.
That-
Well, that's sort of me.
That's what Joe would look like.
I was trying to play basketball with my cousins last week, and I was like, "Ooh,
Really, eh?
I'm really bad."
I was thinking about our next challenge and just thinking how silky smooth my shot used to be. And
I think that's you remembering.
I think it's like riding a bike. You know?
But like we said, the jump shot or the standing shot is two different things.
Yeah, a free throw is not a jump shot, so totally different. Like, you
Well,
could granny shot that for all I give a fuck.
we were doing like
We're doing some three-pointers.
places on the court.
I mean, listen,
And then if you want a jump shot, you can, right? Like,
Well, if you're going to do a 3-pointer, good luck.
it's not going to be a running jump
It'd
shot.
be a big granny shot.
Yeah, if you're shooting a three, you're definitely jumping.
I just my
I weigh 100
my
pounds
skills
soaking
and
wet.
my coordination is nowhere near close to what I thought it might have been.
Yeah.
You know, I haven't played basketball in 15 years. And you just think it's like riding a bike. It really isn't.
Nope. Well, that's what Simon just said. Yeah.
The whole mechanics is something.
When was the last time you rode a bike?
2 weeks ago.
Because that's like riding a bike.
Well, now that I got a scooter, I'm just.
Oh, anything.
Oh, that's what I want to ask you. So, did I look like a loser?
100%.
When?
And not only that, you couldn't wave to me.
I.
You could, because you would have died. Yeah, I get it. There must be a lot of accidents.
He's driving this way, I'm scooting that way, and then he honks, and I'm like, hey, or tried to acknowledge him.
He didn't. He like raised his eyebrows at me.
But I was hoping that
Like a panic? Like,
I hope
No. Like, he was too cool for me.
Who's that guy fucking killing it on the scooter?
Yeah, no.
that wasn't.
I
the
don't think
case.
that thought, not about you, but that thought has ever registered in my mind. Oh my God, that guy is killing it on that scooter.
It wasn't me then.
yeah. All right, well, let's do what we do here. You want to go over the guest list for us? Come
Let's do
Short
what we
week.
do here.
on. Short week. Thank God.
1826 blames it on everyone but himself. Fahim Anwar.
Oh, this isn't gonna go well.
I mean, whatever. He's right. This thing sucked.
And then
Comedy circle
1827. This really exposed some holes in Joe's conspiracy game. Kristen Beck, and there's also a MMA show, but we don't cover those. So
You know what's weird is I
was
feel like there's
Sterling.
something wrong with the simulation because Simon got what he wanted in that episode almost like exactly, but it just the wrong delivery method, maybe, right?
well, let's get into it.
we'll get there.
We'll,
Okay.
we'll try to figure it out because
Okay.
I don't know what happened there.
Okay. Well, let's rate the week first. We'll start with you, Simon. I figure you're not ready. We'll start with
I'm
Kamar.
definitely not ready.
There's 2 episodes, so the math is
It's gonna be easy, presumably.
you'd hope.
I'm gonna give it a 1. Just
I'll give it a 2. You gave it a 1? Is that what you said? No, I'm not.
I mean, obviously the first one was really.
Carry that one, Simon. Yeah.
I'll do a, I don't know, a 2, maybe. A 3. I'm confused.
I think we're all.
I'll go with 3. I'll go 3.
See, he's worried about rating it too low because it's a 50-50 week, and 50% of that is a transgender person. So he's very
I'm okay
concerned.
I'm okay with that. That's not my problem.
Can I say something for the record? Simon came over this week to drop off the table from the studio, and he was like, "Who are the guests this week?" And I was like, "It's the fucking comedy circle jerk, and then Gary Busey's Navy SEAL sister." I hadn't listened to the episode yet. I just thought born woman.
I didn't know.
Well, I didn't know until they started talking about it either.
Well,
Well,
I looked it up because when I saw it, I was like, what's going on here? I thought it was a dude that just had long hair and ponytails, like First Nation sort of.
That's what I was. Yep, I was in that same sort of area, and then 3/4 of the way through, I was like, okay.
I thought she was going to lean over like, look, Joe, let me just suck your dick over here. I'll show you how we do it in the SEALs.
Because I also like when she was like, I was like leading, I was like a captain, and I was like, wow, how progressive that the SEALs had like a woman captain. I was like, they came so far since G.I. Jane.
They really buried the lead on that one, though.
Yeah.
Oh, that whole G.I. Jane thing. Joe, you know, Joe keeps saying she's a strong woman.
It's a compliment.
Okay. That Will Smith Jada thing was ridiculous. I'm not taking a side here, but it wasn't a compliment. That wasn't a
Fine, but it's not a deep slight.
no.
How about that?
No, absolutely.
I'm with you. I understand. What
Absolutely
Joe's saying is
not.
like, great film, depicted a strong woman. I get what you're saying.
That's not why the joke was about her having a shaved head.
Yeah.
It had nothing to do with G.I. Jane. It could have been any movie. Is my point.
It'd be better if he had said, "Oh, look at Jada, she's gone full Britney." That would be more of
Well,
an
that would have
insult.
been more apropos
Yeah.
because she had
'Cause she
gone
has gone
crazy
full
and
Britney, yeah.
shaved her head.
Yeah, like if you had made like
That's the better joke.
like an ex machinima joke, that sort of thing. You know what I mean? Because the robot was
Ex
bald.
machina?
Whatever, ex
Ex
machina.
machina. I like that.
Yeah. There was some video
I
game
thought
company
he was
called
being
Machinima.
like Afghanistan.
Afghanistan.
Yeah,
thought
like
so
he
too.
knew something
He's
we
being
didn't.
suave, yeah.